guys? The Bench Buddies are back, and today I'm going to be doing my NBA mock draft. This is being recorded the night before the draft, so the trade of Jeremiah Grant to the Blazers, the pick swapping will be in here, and we would like to thank Fanspo for having this mock draft simulator. And we're going to go off, the typical order that is going into the draft this year. We're going to use ESPN's draft board. We're going to be doing every pick this year, so let's get into it. All right, here at the first pick, we got the Orlando Magic, and this team needs a lot. We saw last year that Franz Wagner turned out to be a really good pick, and I think, this case for them, they could go a lot of ways here, but it's been kind of dialed down here to Chet Holmgren and Jabari Smith. Both of them are going to be great players, but I just think the Magic are going to go with Jabari just because he's a 6'10", 19 years old, has a lot of potential. And look at what you see did there in college, almost 17 a game, almost 7 rebounds, really good and efficient. He's going to be making an immediate impact in Orlando. Second, for the OKC Thunder, now they're just going to wait to see who the Magic don't pick, and they're going to go with Chet, 7 foot. 195, the unicorn apparently is what a lot of people have been calling him. And it's just a good pick here for the Thunder. 3, the Rockets are going to go with Paolo Banchero. We saw his versatility, 6'10" power forward, 250, an absolute unit at Duke. He really contended with the best, and that's why he's up here in the top 10. And now it gets kind of dicey here with the Kings at 4. I was leaning towards Keegan Murray before that Jeremiah Grant trade, and now that I have seen him get dealt, it really makes me think that the Pistons are kind of going to go that way and take a new young forward era. So I think they're thinking that the Kings are drafting Jaden Ivey. It hurts me to say that because I want the Pistons to take Ivey, but I don't think you'll get to him now. And Ivey's going to be a really good player to pair with De'Aaron Fox. It's going to be interesting to see how those two can get along because, Fox has been the franchise guy. But, if things don't work out soon, he could be leaving, and it could be Ivey's team for the near future. But that's just a situation to monitor. And then with that being said, my Pistons in the 5th pick are going to take Keegan Murray. It's going to be a good fit here, with Bagley coming back. Cade Cunningham will have a good young player to pair with. 6'8", versatile. And a lot of scouts are saying he's the most NBA-ready player in this draft, and that's only a good thing. And at 6 here, I think we're going to have a little bit of a jump. Benedict Mathurin is going to go to the Pacers, and I think it's going to be a great fit with Brogdon, Buddy Hield, Rubio, if he stays. It's going to be, something to monitor, but a young, small forward, shooting guard will be a good pairing with those others that I mentioned. 7th, I think if, this is a no trade deal here, no trade draft. But if the Blazers do end up picking, I have him going with Shaedon Sharpe. Not a lot of people know about him because he did go to Kentucky, didn't play, but dominated in practice. A lot of, videos and teammates have shown. This is an interesting case. He could be a steal here at 7. But, just not a lot of people know what to expect here from a guy that didn't play last year. And then number 8, the Pelicans are going to get Dyson Daniels. He did really well last year for the G League Unite. We saw in the Rising Stars game, he kind of got his name out there, and I think it brought him up here to the top 10. At 9, now this is where I think it could be a reach. I think, as you can see from this roster here, you don't really see too many power forwards, and I think they're going to lean that way. They could take Duran. It's going to be close, but I think they're going to take Sochan from Baylor. He's a solid pick. It might be a reach, but right now I think that's just what, these Spurs need. And then at 10, I think we are going to see Bradley Beal leave, and that's why they're going to go with Johnny Davis here to replace him. A shooting guard. We saw him in Wisconsin absolutely light it up from time to time. But, it's definitely going to be a great fill-in, and especially a younger guy. 11th, the Knicks are going to take a small forward. As you can see there on the current roster, Julius Randle, got him for a while, Fournier for a while, Rose for a little bit. But after that, they're looking to move Cam Reddish if they don't trade this pick. Obi Toppin, if he develops more quickly. And the only thing you're seeing there is you don't really see a small forward, and that's why I'm going with AJ Griffin here to the Knicks. I think it's just going to be a good fit. He'll be a plug and play, potentially, getting some good minutes at the beginning of the season. 12th, the Thunder are going to be picking again. And, they already took Chet Holmgren. But what are they going to do here? I mean, that could go either way. If they want to go big, which I think they're going to do, they're going to take Duran out of Memphis. He could make an immediate impact as well with Chet on the floor. This dude could be playing power forward at 6'10", with Chet at 7 foot as the center. That could be a deadly big combo for years to come, with both these guys being super young. 13th, we are going to have our first foreign player, Ousmane Dieng, go to the Charlotte Hornets. I think he's a very versatile player as well. 6'10", 205. I mean, as you can see in that picture, he is lengthy. He can knock shots down, not consistently, but if he gets it going, he can. And I think something that's what the Hornets are going to look for, develop his shot. 14th, we got the Cleveland Cavs, who exceeded expectations last year and then fell off late. Evan Mobley had a great year. Garland's picking it up. They'll get Sexton back, possibly. But we're going to see, where they're going to go with this pick. I think it could go either way. It could go, honestly, a guard or a small forward. And I think they will go small forward here with Ochai Agbaji. I mean, he tore it up last year at Kansas, coming off a national championship. He is also, I think, an NBA-ready player as well. As we saw, him just dominating through the tournament, get his team in the right position to win. And I think that's what the Cavs need, someone that knows how to win. 15th, the Hornets are going to be picking again. And I think they are going to go with a center in Mark Williams. It's going to be another 6'10" guy for the Hornets. So they're going to go big in this draft. And I think that it's just going to, be a transition year, get these young guys some reps next year, maybe get another guard to pair with LaMelo and Rozier. And, this team could be a force to reckon with. 16th, the Hawks, if they don't trade John Collins and move up here or move back, I think they're going to go with a shooting guard. They're going to take Branham out of Ohio State. He, is kind of an under-radar prospect, kind of sit in the middle of the pack here. He could, in my draft here, he's going to slip a little bit from his 13th ranking, but he's going to be a good shooter to fit in there with Trey. 17th, we got the Rockets. And what are they going to do to pair with Jalen Green? What are they going to do? And I think they're going to go with the small forward here in Tari Easton. He could be a solid prospect if they can, get him right. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how he can pair his game with Jalen Green's. And then out of Santa Clara, the Bulls are going to go with Jalen Williams here. I think this is the only thing they were really missing last year is a solid shooting guard play. Alonzo obviously being hurt, Levine, had his run, Caruso. But I think they're just going to go for depth here, get a guard in, and, get to learn. I think he won't be making an immediate impact right away, but he will make an impact in a few years. 19th, going to the Timberwolves, we have, Blake Wesley out of Notre Dame, the freshman. If you weren't watching ACC basketball, not a lot of people know about this because, he went to Notre Dame and, they squeaked in, whatnot. He put a solid year, almost 15 a game, doing little things, contributing for his team. And if they're looking for a scorer here in Memphis or in Minnesota, this is the guy. 20th, we have the Spurs picking again, and I'm going to go with point guard Dalen Terry to go as a good sixth man to back up DeJounte Murray. I think he will be a good fit there. 21st pick for the Nuggets. I think they're going to go with a guard because Jamal Murray, hopefully he's back. But after that, Bones Highland, it was kind of really the only guy there. And they need a guard bad. And I think they're going to go Ty Washington. He's going to be a good fit to pair with Jokic and Gordon and Porter. He's dynamic. He's electric to watch, and he's fun to watch. And I think pairing him with Jokic will be a good fit. And going to the Grizzlies at 22, I think you got to go with another guard here as well. But that's the question. Who are you going to go with? I'm going with Jaden Hardy out of the G League Ignite. Didn't really hear much about him if you weren't really a big G League guy. But he would be a good fit with Ja and that team. I just think it's a good, culture thing, getting him in there. 23rd here, we have the Philadelphia 76ers picking. And they're going to go a guard as well with Kennedy Chandler. Tyreek Massey, I know he's a good fit, but after that, who's the backup? It's going to be Kennedy Chandler. Um, he's a young guy. He can learn under Harden how to shoot better. He's quick, at 171, 6'1". And I just think he's going to be a project to work on here in Philly. And falling to 24, we have EJ Liddell to the Bucks. I think this is going to be an excellent fit as he can shoot, give them length and size on Bobby Portis cannot. Bobby Portis is a good player, but can he shoot as well as EJ Liddell? I personally don't think so. And I think that's where this team is kind of needed with some big man shooting. Giannis obviously is a dog, but, can he consistently shoot threes? That's the question. And I think, if you bring in a nice little power forward, maybe small forward in the NBA, that can fit this role, I think it just opens up the floor more. 25, the Spurs. Now, this is another one here, as we already have them, already have 2 picks, and now we're going to go with the 3rd pick here. And I think they're going to go overseas, and now I just need to find his name. They're going to take a center, and we're going to go Ismail Kamagate from Paris. Interesting prospect here. I really don't know too much about him, but I've been seeing lots of drafts where he goes here to the Spurs, and I think, that just is gonna how this goes here. But at 26, the Rockets, what are they gonna do with this pick? Well, I think they're gonna go with a guard. They're gonna go with MarJon Beauchamp from the G League Ignite. Why not just keep piling on the guards if you're a Rockets fan? They don't really have too many, but who knows with John Wall's situation, what's going to go on there. 27th, we get the Miami Heat, who fell just short of the finals this year, and they have a really good team. Bam, Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler. But the biggest question there is shooting guard with Duncan Robinson, having a bad play there. Power forward as well. Who's going to come in and contribute there? And I think that's where you go with Nikola Jovic. Small forward, 6'10". I mean, look at that frame right there in that photo. He will contribute instantly. I think he's going to get to learn, under Jimmy, what it's like to practice with him. And being a foreign guy, you don't really know too much. You can't have too high of expectations. And I think it's a very safe pick here for the Heat. 28th for the Warriors, the defending champions. Who are they going with? They are going to go with Jake LaRiva out of Wake Forest, a junior. Not too many people know about him. Again, he's in the ACC. But look at that efficient field goal percentage at 56%. Obviously, that's a huge, almost 15 a game, a great three-point shooter. And, of course, just adding to the Splash Bros. Maybe he can get his own ring sometime. 29th, the Grizzlies are going to be picking again here. And what are they going to do? They're going to get the steal of the draft, at least in the first round, with Walker Kessler. 7-foot center, 245, can shoot. I mean, he could be another unicorn as well in this draft. And I just think going to the Grizzlies, that just makes them even more dangerous. And ending the first round, we have the Nuggets picking again. And I'm going to go with a point guard here. They're going to go with Andrew Nembhard from Gonzaga, the senior. He was very solid. They did what he asked. He's a very good team-oriented guy, and I think that's how it's going to go. But I decided I'm not going to do the second round because, one, we're getting to the guys who I don't know too much about, and 2, this video is going a lot longer than I thought it would be. But once again, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Get us to 500 subscribers. We'll do that giveaway. Get us to 1,000 followers on Twitter as well. We'll do a giveaway. But until next time, the Bench Buddies are out.